Hello, boys and girls. It's time once again for reading workshop. Over the past week, we have been learning about lessons that books teach. And also, we have been looking at some of them that are familiar lessons, some of them that we learn along the way from our fortune cookies or from our parents. Today, I want to teach you that readers can not just compare the books they've been reading, but they can begin to realize that categories are forming. Readers begin to realize that books teach similar lessons. You can think, how are these lessons the same, to help you group books together? So, I have a set of familiar books here that you're looking at on the screen that we've read so far, and some of them you've read by yourselves. And we want to think, based on the lessons they teach, which ones go together? I want you to turn and talk with someone at home, then come on right back. Which of these familiar books can go together? Maybe you can pull one or two and think what lessons they teach. Are the lessons the same? And then think of how you could put these books into a group by themselves. Turn and talk. Okay, now that you're back, I want you to notice that I have taken two of the books and I have decided that these two go together. Why? Let's think about why these books go together. In the first one, Iris and Walter and the field trip. Remember when Miss Cherry was at the aquarium with the kids and she told them to stay together because the aquarium was crowded? Well, Walter did not listen, and as a result, he got lost. So we could say he did not follow the rules. So in the end, he learned a lesson that he should follow the rules. Then there's this familiar story, the second book, Little Red Riding Hood, that many of you have read already, and you're so familiar with this story, where Little Red Riding Hood's mother gave her a basket of apple pies to take to her grandmother. And she told Red Riding Hood, do not go near the woods. Stay on the path. But later we noticed that Little Red Riding Hood was distracted by a bunch of beautiful flowers growing in the woods, and she deviated from the path. She left the path and went into the woods to collect the flowers. And that gave the big bad wolf a chance to get to her grandma's house before her and waited for her there. As a result, she almost got eaten by the big bad wolf. So what lesson did she learn in the end? She learned to follow the rules. That's why I thought that these two would go together. They belong in this basket. Follow the rules. Now here is an activity for you. I need you to look at all these other familiar books and think, which basket do they belong to? Or can you create other groups? Turn and talk to someone at home about each of these books, and then decide which of the baskets they belong to. Then after you've done that, I want you to follow the rest of the slide and do this independently. Practice with your own books. You can group the books by the lessons they teach. Think about books that you have in your book baggie at home, or books that you have read on My Own or Raz Kids. Think about what lessons they teach, and think about the groups that you would create for them. And maybe you could begin to create some groups by writing down the lessons that the books teach and create your own group at home somewhere. So, most of all, boys and girls, I want you to enjoy your reading.